my new car.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
This is my new car. I can't see. I've had it for like a month now, almost a month. It's a 2019 Honda Accord Sport. I'll show you guys the inside. It's like basic. I'm not gonna do anything to this car. And for anyone wondering, I do still have the BMW. I'm still gonna work on that. It's just this one's a lot more reliable on gas than like everything else. I don't know which video will be up first, but I did switch my bumpers on my cars. If that one's out, I'll leave the link. But yeah, this is my new car. Let me show you guys the inside. So this is days later from when I originally filmed that first part. I have no idea why I stopped filming in the first place. I think I went out or something. I've now had this car for like a few months now. And this video just needs to come out. It needs to be done. I'm really sorry about the lighting. It's super hot outside, but I also don't want to turn on the AC because I don't know how much you guys can hear me. So I'm gonna try and do this sitting in like 100-degree weather right now with just the door open. That's why you see the light right here. I just want to show you guys a little bit of the inside of the car in case you want this car or in case you were just wondering what it looks like. This is her. This is my car. I'm not really like a he she type, like I don't name my car and things like that, so I don't know. If you would like to name it, go ahead. Pretty basic thing. I do have this air freshener. It's from Zoomies. It says don't need no man. It's cute. It smells good. I do have a screen. My BMW has, oh my god, my BMW has a screen as well, but it's nothing like this one. If you guys hear me make references from my BMW to this car, it's just because that's like the only car I've ever used in my life. Just kidding, not used, but had. Obviously, I drive the other cars in my family. So this screen is completely different just because my last screen is basic. It looks so dusty, but I swear it's just because it's like sunny. Like I could wipe all this and it's just gonna come back. This car does have Apple CarPlay. I just plugged my phone in right here to this wire, this charger. It charges my phone, does Apple CarPlay at the same time, so it's super convenient. It also does have Bluetooth regardless. And see, setup, Bluetooth. Oh, okay. That would be the first song to come up. I'm dead. Yeah, it does have Apple CarPlay. It has Bluetooth. I can connect the USB to the same spot I connected this at and just like play music if there was something on the hard drive. I can text message. I can look at how many miles I've been driving for a certain trip. Just, I mean, basic things the screen would come with. The buttons on the side, there's home, which is gonna take me here. And then say I go into like Bluetooth and then I wanna go back, I just click back. This is for brightness. It's like self-explanatory. I think I had it down because driving at night I turn down sometimes. This, you could skip the song. You can also skip the song through here. So like one turn, it's gonna skip. And then there's a clock right there. I know you can change this to whatever background you want. Like I could upload a picture from my phone. I just never really got around to doing it because I don't really go on this feature that much. I'm usually sitting either on navigation or on audio. And then phone, I can call, do whatever. This is what I always sit on, audio, and then source. I never really use that because like if I plug, as soon as I plug my phone into here, it's gonna start doing Apple CarPlay, or I could just go home and I can click this, which will turn into Apple CarPlay. And then here I also have a half digital screen. So this half is a screen and then this side is just like an actual speedometer. It's like set in there. You can kind of see the line. It does tell me the speed limit, which is pretty cool. And then the little leaf is for econ mode. Yes, it is 98 degrees outside. Another feature on this car is that it has eco and sport. So if I change it to sport, you'll see the lights on the side change to red. And then if I do back to econ, and then when I drive this, where it was red, it's gonna turn green. And then it tells me my gas there. I can control that half screen pretty much with everything right here. So if I click home, this is what's gonna show up, and then I can pretty much check a bunch of this while I'm driving. So say if I have navigation on my screen while I'm driving and I want to see the songs, I'll usually just keep audio on here and then I can flip through the songs just through these buttons right here, back and forth, volume, talking on the phone, and then same thing going back home. Traffic sign is pretty much just the speed limit, like it tells me that, which I don't really stay on because it'll tell me right there, as you saw it popped up. Range and fuel, I like checking this because it'll tell me how much gas I have. But yeah, I just keep it on that for the most part. And then the temperature gauge is going to be on this side right here. For the most part, everything else about the steering wheel is pretty standard. Cruise control, and then this is just like so you stay inside of the lines when you're driving. It'll let me know if I'm like swerving. And this one is going to be how close I am to the car in front of me. So if it feels like the car in front of me is braking way faster than what I'm braking at, it's going to flash brake on the screen. And it'll also make a noise if it feels like I really have to brake immediately. And then this is my steering wheel cover. It's this floral print. I'm not really about steering wheel covers, honestly. Just because I have the BMW, I feel like I could never put anything girly into that. So yes, I put a girly steering wheel cover on here. Whatever, get over it. Oh, and then this car does have paddle shifters in the back right here. You can see them. So cool, right? I never use it. And right here I can control my brightness, like for my dash and stuff, and then you can see it on the screen go up and down. Also trip, I can click on that and it's gonna tell me like trip A, trip B, like the miles, but I don't set those, so I have no idea how long they've been running for. Everything else pretty basic here. AC, and then I could turn it down. You'll see the knobs turn to blue, and then if I turn the heat on, the knobs are gonna turn to red. Turn the AC off and then on. I have my 2 cup holders right here, my Prindle, Econ Sport, my e-brake is electric, and then brake hold if I'm going like up the hill, which I don't really use this just because it does a pretty good job at already holding the car if I'm going up the hill. Right here it obviously closes, but I just keep it open because I have this plugged in. I actually changed this out. It does charge a phone if I put my phone down here, so I could just lay my phone right here and then it's gonna start charging. I don't know if you can see. When that green light comes up, it means it's charging. It doesn't charge that fast, honestly. Everything else in here I feel like is pretty standard. I have the all black seats, all black interior. I'm not sure if this is considered carbon fiber trim, just because this is not what carbon fiber usually looks like, but I think it's just a different type of carbon fiber. So that's the trim on the inside. Everything else is silver or black. It has the white stitching on the seats, which I like. These seats are super comfortable, the way they curve here. Oh, and then also something I didn't have in the BMW is a backup camera. Something I do really like about this camera is I can change how the camera views. So this one is gonna be a little less fisheye, and then this one's directly down. Say I'm parking backwards and like you don't want to hit that little cement thing, I don't know what it's called, my brain's not thinking right now, but I can see exactly that. Or say you're, you know, there's a car right here and you want to see how close you are. It's pretty accurate. I don't use my backup camera too much just because I've been driving that car for so long. I've been driving the BMW for so long, so I'm really used to not having a backup camera. But yeah, you could switch those. It's pretty convenient. It's also push start, so I just have this type of key and all I have to do is have it inside the car. I feel like I can't really explain anything else. A car is a car. I'm super grateful to have it. In case anyone's wondering, I am keeping the BMW. I am gonna upload some more content on that. I'm not sure if this one's going up or the BMW video is going up because I did change hella stuff on that car recently. I think this video might be up first though, just because I've been wanting to get this one out for a while now. But when that BMW video is out, I'll go ahead and just put the little card there so you can see it if you're interested in that type of content. Oh, and it was so funny because at the dealership, it was a Mercedes dealership that this was at. It was traded in, and the pictures I took at the dealership were so bad. Like I looked at I don't even care about my outfit. It was more of like my face. Like I feel like I look stressed in the picture. Like I'll insert it here, but I'm gonna cover my face just because like it would have been so cute if I was dressed or if I actually had makeup on. It was so funny because I was about to drive away with my car. They cleaned it and everything, and then some guy was walking out another guest for her new car, and he was like, oh no, like you have to take a picture, like it's your first car, like da 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 da. So I was like, all right, like I'm down. So we took a few pictures. I was like, I'm not posting these, like these are just for me. I definitely was looking for a darker color, so like either a dark blue. I remember looking at one car or seeing a car online, and it was one of those blues where like during the daytime you could tell it was blue, and at night it pretty much looked black just because the blue was so dark. It was like that midnight blue color that BMW makes. I don't like colored cars, as in like red, blue, like those type of cars. I feel like if I would ever have a colored car in my life, it would be because I wrapped it. The day I got this, I went with my dad, and on the way there I had hella anxiety just because I'm a very indecisive person. I'm always like, am I making the right choice? Even though this car was 100% my choice, and like what car I wanted, the spec, everything about it was like my choice. I was just nervous that like I would get the car, go home and be like, oh, I don't like it. And it's crazy because on the way there we were gonna go see, I think, the dark blue car or a black car. I forgot which one we were on the way to see. And I was looking online and I was like, you know what, maybe someone listed something new. Like, I was looking at dealerships. We were about 20 minutes from the dealership that this car was at, and I was like, you know what, let's just go look at it. I liked how many miles were on here. I liked the look of it, and it was white, and I was so surprised because I don't like white cars. I just like darker cars. And it's not that let me rephrase that. It's not that I don't like white cars. I just personally never saw myself driving a white car. White and silver cars were just never appealing to me, so I kind of avoided looking at them in the first place. But honestly, I'm so happy. We showed up to the dealership. I love the car. I test drove it. We talked and I bought it. It was so quick. It was such a quick decision, but I loved it. Like, I don't regret getting a white car at all. Low-key, I like having a white car because it doesn't get dusty the way black cars get. Like the BMW, I wash it, I dry it, and I have to park it in the garage right away, or else you can literally see the dust on it. That alone was a headache in itself. So I'm really happy I got a white car. I'm just happy with this car overall. I'm happy with how it looks. I'm so grateful. I love this car. For the first like 2 weeks, I would wake up and be like, oh my god, I can't believe I bought a car. Like, I would forget, but then I'd wake up and be like, oh my god, like, I just bought a whole car. Like, that's so crazy. And the fact that I have 2 cars, I feel very blessed. I feel very accomplished, very happy. I love this car. It's, I don't know, sometimes I still think about it. Like, if I really think about it, I'm like, damn, I can't believe I bought this car. I feel super grateful, super happy that, you know, I was able to afford this. It makes me feel better having a car that's a little more reliable than the BMW. Not that the BMW has broken down on me, like, knock on wood. It's been a really long time since that's happened. Gas on here is so good. You know, the Bluetooth, I could barely fit friends in the backseat of that car. It's ridiculously small. And this car is so, it has so much space, and the trunk is so big, so I love that. I overall just wanted a car that would last me a while. You know, this car I could keep for hella long. I already know Hondas are super reliable. It's way cheaper than having a BMW, doing maintenance on a BMW, things like that. But yeah, overall I'm so happy with my purchase. This is like one of my biggest accomplishments. Oh, okay. This is definitely one of my biggest accomplishments. It just feels cool. Like, it feels exciting knowing like you bought a car by yourself. It's, I don't know, it's cool, whatever. I've already taken this car down to LA and back. This is just a car that I don't mind putting miles on, because that was the whole thing, is I didn't want to put miles on the BMW anymore. It's just, it already has so many miles. I put so much money into the car that I was like, I just want this to last a little bit longer. This car, I don't mind putting miles on it. I don't mind taking it everywhere. It fits my whole family. So, you know, I love this car. I'm very grateful. I mean, there's not much more I could say. I'm just super happy with my purchase. Closing this video out, I'm kind of all over the place, and I'm sorry about that. I just feel like I kind of had a lot to say and I don't know how else to organize it. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of the video. If you have any questions or comments, or you want to see anything else, I'll definitely go ahead and leave it in a vlog or something, or I'll go ahead and respond to your comment down below. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me. Thank you guys for watching all the way till the end. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Check out any of my socials down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.